Hey everybody, it's your girl Success. So I'm on this quest of trying to love my stomach because I keep eating things that I like, but my stomach doesn't necessarily like it. So I've been on this quest for, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks now because I'm just tired of the bloating. And here's the thing though. I thought I was eating healthy. I thought I was doing better with my diet by eating, no gluten, and, eating gluten-free stuff, cutting dairy out, not eating a whole bunch of sugar. And I was still having issues. I was even doing all the apple cider vinegar thing once a day. I was doing cranberry juice for my digestive tract. I mean, I'm thinking that I'm doing everything right, right? And come to find out that even though these things may be good for some people, it's just not good for me. And so my mantra now is just because it's good success and it really is supposed to be healthy and good, it doesn't mean that it's good and healthy for your stomach. And if that's the case, then you need to stop eating it. And so the latest thing that I realized about 2 weeks ago is that I had too much acid in my body. And so right now I'm cooking some chicken breast strips, and I got a green salad here, and I can't do the salad dressing that I've been doing. I've been doing Italian dressing, and come to find out, I can't do that either, at least not now. And so what I found out about 3 weeks ago is that I had too much acid in my body. And the way I found that out was I bought some cherries. I hadn't had anything else to eat, and I got a stomach ache. The night before that, I had changed my cranberry juice to cran cherry, and I tried cran cherry juice the night before, and I got a stomach ache. So I'm like, okay, Lord, there's nothing, I didn't eat anything I wasn't supposed to. So what is going on? And come to find out, I Googled cherries and found out that it was very acidic. And so from there, I started Googling everything that I was eating to see what other foods I was eating that was acidic. And come to find out, just about everything was acidic. From the turkey bacon that I have for breakfast to my salad dressing, the cranberry juice I would have in the morning. What else? The lemonade that I make for myself that I also squeeze on my avocado because I was having avocado toast, right? Trying to be healthy. To tomatoes that I have in my salad, or the tomato sauce that I have on my gluten-free pizza. There was just everything that I was eating was acidic, or to a point where the acidity in it was too much for me. So I took this hiatus from acid foods and acid drinks and stuff like that to see what would happen with my stomach. And so I did that for about 2 weeks, and I found that my stomach was a lot happier, and so I did that for like 2 weeks. And then on the weekend, I said, okay, let me try to implement something that I haven't been eating, that I took a break from, to see how it affects my stomach so that I can slowly reintroduce these things into my diet. And I introduced gluten-free ice cream because, I really love my sweets. So I introduced that back into my diet, and I took a lactose pill, and I was okay with it. I didn't have any stomach ache or anything like that, but there was bloating. And so I have to wean myself off of that and just totally go dairy-free, gluten-free. And there is a creamery around where I live that does it with a cashew base, but I've also found that certain nuts irritate my stomach as well. So I've had that cashew based ice cream before, and it was fine, but I broke out in a rash around my neck. So what's been happening lately is when I eat something that I shouldn't eat, my body lets me know. So if it's not my stomach, then I'm getting a rash around my neck, and it swells up like welts. And so I ended up having some ice cream that my daughter had recommended at Target. It's called Oatly ice cream. And so I'm a chocolate lover, so I got the chocolate version of it. And come to find out, I broke out around my neck, right? And it was there for almost a week. And I kept thinking, okay, what is it? What did I didn't eat anything I should not have eaten. I didn't do any gluten. I didn't do, any dairy. I didn't do any nuts. I didn't know what it was. And so what I found is that I had the same reaction when I had previously had gluten-free Oreos. So I went to the grocery store and I looked up the ingredients on the Oreos, and I also looked up the ingredients on the ice cream. And the only thing that they had in common was what was it? It was a chocolate powder that had alkaline as a base or something like that. It was processed with alkali. And so I was like, oh, okay. So now I know that I can't have any products that has alkali, the chocolate that is processed with alkali in it. So that was something that I was like, okay, great. One more thing I can't have. So my thing now would have to be to try a different version of that ice cream that didn't have chocolate, the processed chocolate in it. So that's that, right? So that's my woe, in regards to my food issues. So I'm gluten intolerant, nuts. I can't have nuts supposedly. I don't have allergies per se, because I've checked with an allergist about it. They just said I'm intolerant. And I believe that my intolerances might be a result of the fact that when I like something, I have a tendency to overindulge in it. And so I think there's too much of a buildup of whatever that is that I'm eating in my system. And then my system is like, hey, it lets me know, it's like it's rejecting it and like letting me know, like, listen, this is not something you need to eat on a regular basis, at least not in excess, right? So today, I'll turn my camera around. So this morning, I like sausages, but I haven't been able to eat sausages because for some reason they put pepper in it. I don't get it. I don't know why they need to do that, but I can't do pepper either. I can't do anything spicy. And so I said to myself this morning, I'm like, listen, what are the ingredients in a sausage? So I decided to make my own version of a sausage this morning without the casing. So some people use, they'll use ground turkey or ground beef. They can use ground lamb. They can use ground pork, whatever it is they use. And because I've been watching a lot of MasterChef, I see how they make it and they mix it up and they put all these ingredients in it to season it and all that. And then they put it through this machine and then they put it in a casing, and that's how you get the roll of the sausage. So instead of me doing the roll of the sausage, which for all I know, I could be allergic to the casing that they use, who knows? I put whatever ingredients I wanted for seasoning in my ground beef, and I basically had I want to call it like an open sausage because it wasn't rolled. And I just had that with my homemade home fries and some eggs. And I was like, let's see what my stomach does with that. And it seemed to be okay. So I thank God for that. And so now I am doing I don't necessarily like chicken breast anymore. I think I just got sick of it. So I am now I made basically chicken tenders, and I'm going to put it on top of a salad, and I'm using, hopefully this doesn't present to be a problem. I'm using this gluten-free orange sauce for stir fry, and I'm used to using this particular marinade, but I don't know if it's going to have an issue in regards to the acidity. But I think because of, there's apple cider vinegar in this, which I did not look at. And then there's tomato paste, and orange juice. So chances are I won't be using this anymore, at least not regularly. Because like I said, I took a break from anything acid, so I'm slowly reintroducing that. So I'm hoping that right now, because I've been alkaline for a while, that this little bit will not do too much harm. I pray that it doesn't, because I really need a better diet. And I need to have some kind of food that has taste to it. So that's part of my life today. I hope you guys are loving your stomachs, because it's not just, loving ourselves is all encompassing of everything. And I know in regards to loving myself, before I go on that note, there were just certain parts of myself that I didn't like, or love, I should say, for many, many years growing up. And so in this effort of me trying to love myself more and completely and fully, this is part of it. So hopefully you're out there loving yourself today. And if you're not, take time out to do so. Until next time, God bless.